We are continuing the public hearing on the 2010 budget. This will be for Resolution C 13709. This is continued from December 7th and 14th.
Just thought I'd give a quick recap of where we started on December 8th, our first budget workshop. Prior to that, the board had agreed to use $250,000 of fund balance to fund ongoing items, and then asked virtually all of the elected officials and department heads to reduce their budgets by a total of $643,000. The percentages ranged from, let me pull this up, this is looking at the changes on November 30th versus the overall effective changes from 2008. So let's see if I can get to a better worksheet for everybody. Yay, here we go. So on November 30th, for example, the board asked Extension Services to reduce their budget by 5% for 2009. How does that compare then with looking at it from the beginning of 2008? But if I find Extension Services, that's about a 54% reduction. So there have been some, over the period, as you go through this list, you can see that, for example, facilities and central services, human resources, some of our core administrative departments are in the 20% figure. When you look at the auditor, commissioners, treasurer, clerk, assessor, district court, they're in the mid-teens or low teens. When you come down into senior services and dog control over the same period, they've been asked to reduce their budgets by 7.5%, prosecuting attorney 7%, the sheriff 7%, some of the smaller departments, my own is 4%, Superior Court 4%, and some we had an increase in, for example, insurance reserve or medical. Our insurance premiums have gone up. Resource enhancement costs for our critical areas program has gone up. Public defense costs have gone up, and then just the cost of elections goes up from year to year depending on the number of elections that are being held. So here we are on November 30th and looking at only the reductions proposed for 2010, and you can see that the prosecutor, for example, has 56,000. The sheriff has almost 210. Juvenile has 16. So the next step in the process is here we are on December 28th for our preliminary budget, where the board is we've still proposed using $250,000 to fund of reserves to fund ongoing items. I've programmed in the 640 some odd thousand from November 30th. We have been working with our unions to come to an agreement on how to offset the ever-increasing cost of providing medical insurance. The board made a decision to change medical insurance for its non-represented employees to a very acceptable plan that's called the value plan. It does provide